I go to war with any man. My voice is like an instrument. I'm in the game, they on the bench. So that mean I'm in the bed. I tell a bitch don't touch me, but the team, I'm about to come up to top the pill. Feeling like an astronaut. Started from the bottom, baby. Now look at me at the top. That bass go boom, coming out the gut. That 808 boom.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Two Dumb Yinzers. This is episode 157.
Whew.
What is going on, Mike?
Oh, I'm living the dream. Living the dream. Made it back to work today the first time.
That you immediately send me
vacation.
pictures detailing your beautiful bosom in support of the national holiday known as Titty Tuesday.
Titty Tuesday, Mike. You don't know how much better my life has become since I've officially changed Taco Tuesday to Titty Tuesday in my life.
Oh, wow. There you go. How's that work? It's working out well for you.
Well, it's to be honest, Titty Tuesdays or Taco Tuesday is really great, but Titty Tuesday is just a little bit better. So yes, it's working out for me good.
I'm glad. I'm glad it's working out for you.
What's going on, dude? Episode 157. It's a bit of a chilly day here in Western Pennsylvania today.
It's cold as fuck. That's what it is. It's not chilly. It's cold as fuck.
I was almost going to go hoodie today. I didn't. I was like, I'll muscle through it because there's going to be a lot of hoodie days and a lot of sweatshirt days coming up. Heading into the winter part of the season, and I'm gonna stretch this t-shirt thing out as long as I can.
Oh, see, I thought I was ready for this weather. I am not. My knees are stiff. My toes are cold. It's just miserable, but I love it. I'd rather be cold than like sweating in 90. Than like the people like sweating in 90-degree heat. Going, oh, this is beautiful. Like, no, this is beautiful because I can put layers on and take them off.
Yeah, I don't care for either end of the spectrum, to be honest. I prefer to be somewhere in the middle. Too hot sucks,
It's
too
fair.
cold sucks.
Yeah.
Here in Western PA, we get about 3 perfect days a year. Don't blink because you'll miss them.
Oh, yeah. You'll think you'll be having a perfect day weather-wise, and then within 5 minutes, you're screwed.
Yes. So yesterday, our word of the day was moist. Moist. We spoke about the word moist a little bit and how everybody hates the word.
Mm-hmm.
I particularly like the word.
Me too.
And also, Mike taught me something over the weekend, everybody. Mike taught me that in England and Scotland and other parts of the world, the word cunt. Australia, the word cunt is a term of endearment.
Yeah.
So when people on these parts of the world, they want to compliment somebody, they say the word cunt. So I figure, being of Caucasian descent, anytime that I use the word cunt on the show, I'm going to use it as a term of endearment, Mike.
I like it.
You fucking cunt.
Yeah, I am.
I wonder if you put the word fucking in front of it, if it's still a term of endearment. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You cunt and you fucking cunt. They sound different to me.
Me too.
And I like that word. I don't hate that word. I don't hate the word. A lot of people do hate the word. I don't hate the word.
It's versatile. Like fuck. Fuck is so versatile.
Yes.
If you go, oh fuck, oopsie daisy. You go, fuck. You're fucked. There's something wrong. Oh no, I got that backwards. Fuck is like, oh fuck is like you done messed up. Shit ain't right.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Who would have thought we were linguistic experts?
We are. This is new because my whole life I thought cunt was a bad word, and
it all depends on where you're from. It all depends on where you're from.
Yes, this is where I'm going to pull out my Caucasian card.
We're American. We're so repressed. So those words like ew, it's a dirty word. Quit being a bitch. It's a good word.
A bitch, cut.
Right? Can't see how fast this episode gets taken down. I love it.
What was the word? Remember a couple weeks ago I sent you a word and I said, why isn't this word looked down upon or one of them words? Do you remember that conversation?
Oh God. Let me dig
I
up
sent
text.
something and I said, why is this word? Why are words like cunt and moist and cunt so bad to say? But then there was another word, and I thought, and I said,
man.
you know, I said, this word is just as bad, or just as awkward to say. I can't for the life of me think of what it was.
Oh wow, I can't now.
Oh, I know what it is. Sperm.
Yeah, sperm. You said you hate that word.
That is the most fucking weird word ever. You remember being in school when they teach you about sperm?
I just giggled.
And at that point, when they're teaching sex ed, we've already been watching porn for quite a few years.
Yeah.
So sperm was like backtracking for us, you know?
It was too. It's like we're going backwards. Yeah, I can't find it in here.
We were so used to saying, you know, stuff like, you know, that dude came on that girl's titty and nutted on that bitch's ass. And they're making us take tests and use the word swear.
I remember in health class, you know, we were doing the, you know, reading out loud, reading the section. My buddy, he's reading, and it gets the, you know, he's going along. And it's supposed to be pubic lice. He calls it public lice. The fucking teacher flipped out on him and everything. This is not a joke. This is serious. My buddy's like, I misread it. One word. I didn't do it on purpose. It was just, I'll always remember that.
Have you ever seen a merkin, one of those pubic toupees?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, yes. For people who don't know, back in the day, lice, when it began to run rampant, and so did crabs, because they didn't have the medication and the treatment, things like that we have, they would shave their pubes like I did last week for the Aurora Snow interview. However, what's that?
No, go ahead.
However, they would then, there's fake pubes, like it's called a merkin, and it's basically a toupee for down there above your junk.
Yeah, they use.
And I always wanted a merkin, Mike, just to have one. How many people do you know have a merkin stuffed away? You know what I mean?
Not a lot of people, you know, unless you're, you know, making movies at home where you got to have them on there. Like, you know, like in Hollywood movies, a lot of people, you know, shave and they got to get the merkin out.
Got to get the merkin out.
Got to get, which is a funny word too, because merkin, you know, because there's Americans and there's Merkins, and Merkin sounds close to Merkins, and they always go, I'm real Merkin. Oh, you're a real Merkin? Okay, buddy. Okay.
I was so confused during the George W. Bush era, believe me.
Oh, when he's like, Merca, like, George, you tell us about a fetish here, or are you talking about the country?
The Hurricane Ian is hitting hard. It's down in Cuba now. It is supposedly going to be a Category 4 once it hits the Tampa area. So a lot of people evacuating, taking cover, just getting prepared for this hurricane.
Well, 7 hours ago it was a Cat 4. Now I'm reading Cat 3. So it's gonna be either one suck.
Right.
Even a Cat 1 would suck. You know, anything that starts having classifications, you get hit with has to suck. Because, you know, we get hit with snowstorms, like, But once they start saying, oh, you know, it's a blizzard, then you're like, oh, yeah, that's serious. You get hit with a rainstorm down south. Once they start saying tropical storm or hurricane, that's when you gotta, okay, I don't care about the classifications. Anything that, you know, has a special name, look out.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, Ralph, they're in danger.
So a lot of people are evacuating.
Mm-hmm.
The fine cunts of Florida, I hope that they find refuge and they stay safe.
I should have never have taught you this word.
I don't want to see anything happen to those cunts down there in Florida. That's know, from the bottom of my heart, I want all the cunts to be safe.
So I'm looking at this map. I never seen like a hurricane come up this way. Like
It's
in all the
odd,
years.
isn't it?
Yeah, because normally, they come, like this is going like coming north. Usually you see them coming like east, west, or
Yes.
do that weird little, they come down, then up and around. I've never seen it go straight up like that on the map, even after it's done like its little loopy thingy. Yeah,
With
that's
what?
weird. Even after it will come across, come down, and go up. This one I've only seen it just going this way.
What's it called?
This way. The hurricane, it's loopy thingy, goes, the wind takes it. As you can tell, I'm an expert meteorologist. I gave up my dream to just host the podcast instead of being a meteorologist. I could be on the Weather Channel right now, standing in the path of the hurricane, but I gave up on that dream.
You probably can, but since you were such a nice cunt, you're here with me.
You are like a toddler. I'm just going to mute you from now on.
So I got to episode 3 last night of Dahmer on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch any of it yet?
No, today is my day to.
So today's your binge day. Today's your binge day.
I'm gonna get chicken, like a lot of chicken, and just peel the skin off and watch it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
No, I know. I don't like. That's what I want to watch it, but anytime I watch anything with cannibals, as I'm eating something with meat, I look at it and go, "Huh."
Yeah.
Huh.
It kind of makes me like overthink this shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, this thing had eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I take a day or whatever, and I forget all about it. I'm fine. But you're right when you're watching it.
Yeah.
If eating is anywhere in your plans, it really fucks with that, man.
It does too, because I'm in the mood for like a nice sandwich.
Yeah.
A little ham, little roast beef, some lettuce, and But then I'm gonna be sitting there eating that and watching this movie or watching this series, like, ugh.
I don't want to give anything away, but there's this one part, Mike, that I think you're gonna crack up. Jeffrey Dahmer's jerking off, okay, and he has like, I don't know, it seems to be like an old, maybe like a Sears catalog. You know how you used to just kind of go with whatever you could find.
Yeah, whatever's handy.
And he was so frustrated he couldn't get off, so he closed the book. And he started thinking about people's internal organs and playing with them in his fingers, and he fucking nutted.
Hey, like we always say here, we won't kink shame, but we will judge you. Yes. And that's, I'm going to judge you on that one. That's, if you have to start thinking about people's internal organs, you might want to go talk to someone, okay?
Yeah, you got to go find yourself some nice cunt and talk to them and get this shit figured out, man.
I should never have taught you that word. I can't wait to see it. Like,
it's a good word.
It is a great word, and
it's only a bad word because we were told that it was a bad word.
Yeah.
What really makes a bad word?
Yeah, just
somebody told you.
Yeah, someone told you. Yeah. Repressed societies. Repressed.
I don't like it.
Me either. Lower third. There we go.
The comeback is on, Mike. The comeback is on.
Mm-hmm.
The Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Reds 8-3 last night on their first step to coming back and into winning the World Series. They are 57-97, Mike. 57-97 with 8 games left. Excuse me. They are 32 games out. However, they are only 3 games behind the Reds, who they are playing right now, which are 60-94. So they play game 2 of the 3-game set today, 6:35. Tomorrow they finish up the series against the Reds at 12:30. Then are off to St. Louis for 3. And then they come back home to play St. Louis for 3 to finish up the season. So 8 games left. You only need 3 more losses to get to the 100 loss mark. I think they got this, man.
I think
they
got
the most confident I have been in this team in years. I am.
Me too. Yep, they're gonna finish with 100 losses. Oh wow, the Nationals already have 100 losses. So man, Washington, you're worse than the Buccos right now.
Wow.
You got to take a look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. Like Oakland, you're almost as bad, and so are the Tigers. You guys need to get your shit together here.
Oakland's always such a weird team.
Yeah, they are.
Oakland is basically a small market team, and they're good once every 10 years or so. They get this team that's competitive, and then people don't realize that they go about 10 years and they're terrible. But people only seem to recognize when the A's, they get good and they have a good season, but they're like the Pirates, they're like the Tigers, they're like, a lot of these teams that just don't ever do anything. But every once in a while, they do get that team that grabs your attention. You're like, oh yeah, the A's. But you never really think of them as being bad. But they're usually pretty bad.
Yeah, they are. And they had that run there when doing a money ball and all that, but then that can only last so far. You got to do like the Marlins did, when they won their couple World Series. Got to build the team up, win, tear it down, build the team up, win, tear it down. But you have to do it right. Everything has to fall into place to time. That's how like the Astros. Well, besides cheating, that's how they won theirs. Couple lose, build the team up, and then win. Which Bucco fans are saying, hey, look, man, they're following the Houston Astros plan. Yeah, but that's like an organization that actually spent money to win.
Yeah,
and they cheated to win too. And more power to you.
Yeah, if you could
they weren't.
Off,
they didn't get caught until after they won, and they're not going to strip the title from them. So it's perfect. You get caught after the fact. More power to you.
That seems to be the best strategy. The cheaters always win.
Yeah,
if you recall when we were kids, they always said cheaters never win and winners never cheat. On the contrary, I see different in my life. Look what the Patriots done for 20 years.
Yeah,
look at the baseball teams. Cheaters always win. What are you talking about?
Like, look, the Penguins cheated to get Lemieux. We had a goalie that was doing well, so they sent him down to the minors and called up the other goalie who sucked because that one goalie was winning too many games.
Yes,
you gotta cheat to win. Spreading the fine morals to the young people out in America.
You know what? You're not wrong, because who are the home run, the guys that are belting the ball? Who's the home run leader of all time? These guys are cheaters. They're cheaters.
Barry Lamar Bonds was never found out to be a cheater. Never failed a drug test. Never suspended.
Yeah, and like whenever these home run hitters, they fail these drug tests, and you just you say to yourself, if you want to be the top dog, you got to cheat a little bit.
Like look, Lance Armstrong doped to the gills.
Yes,
won 7 years in a row. Doped to the gills. He doped harder than all the other dopers.
Yeah.
You like back at not to go off on a tangent here, but like the top 15 people in those races were all every single one were like, wrapped up either tested positive or rumored to have tested positive. Like, and that was like the same, more or less like the same time, like the home run stuff was going on or right after. Drugs were huge back then in sports. Like there's so more in use then than now, it seems like, or is it so much easier to get caught back then?
Yeah. Albert Pujols. Now this fan that caught Pujols' 700th home run. I always like these people, these guys that catch the ball, these significant balls in games, home run balls that commemorate record balls, and they say that they're not going to give them back. That would be me to a T.
Mm-hmm.
However, I would call and fuck with the Hall of Fame every day. Every day. How's things going up there? Oh, good. I guess I'm just sitting here with my 700th home run ball by Albert Pujols. You know what I mean? I would just I would prod him along until they offered me some crazy amount of money.
Me too. I would too. Like it's funny. I was just saw it was a tweet and it was saying like the guy who caught McGuire's record baseball. Like, he wanted like tickets and then a couple other things and to meet McGuire. McGuire refused. So the guy's like, fine then. Fuck you. I'm going to keep the ball. And ends up selling it for $3 million at auction. Like,
exactly.
It's mine. I have it. It's in my possession. I own
9
it,
tenths
not
of the
you.
law, baby.
Like, I own it, not you, not that Major League Baseball, whatever. This is my ball. I caught it. It's mine. So if
You
you
better-
want it back,
you
you got to
better-
meet my price.
You better be on your hands and knees,
Mhm.
fucking begging me like a dog.
Yeah.
If you even expect me to have a conversation with you,
Yeah.
I want to
'Cause
see you FaceTime, hands and knees, begging me for this
Yeah.
fucking ball.
Yeah, 'cause
Otherwise, like you said, I'm going to sell for $3 million fucking dollars. Fuck you.
Yeah, because it's worth something when that team comes to you and asks, "Hey, what do you want for the ball?" Like, we're gonna,
Yeah.
not what
You
you
might wanna
have
sit
on you right
down.
now. You might want to sit
Yeah.
down and get some pens and papers. We're gonna make this legit, because you don't want to be like the guy who thought he got Brady's last touchdown ball.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, and then be like you can get your shit right now. No, I'm not holding on to
For
that.
real? Damn, it must be true.
I'm selling that thing fast as I can.
One side interesting note about Pujols: he has 700 home runs exactly, 500 exactly from the right against right-handed pitchers, and 200 exactly against left-handed pitchers.
Jeez.
And being a right-handed hitter, that's kind of off a little bit because they tend to hit better off the opposite hand. However, I think there's probably more right-handed pitchers in the league.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lefties, don't get me wrong, but he has 300 more home runs against guys who throw righties in the southpaw.
Oh, let's just throw the lefty out there. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, he's gonna crack another home run.
I'd send no lefties to face Albert Pujols.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna send out the jugs machine or the pitching machine or whatever it is. Jugs machines, that's football. But yeah, I'm just gonna send out the pitching machine. Fuck it.
Monday Night Football last night, Mike. Monday Night Football, the Cowboys beat the Giants 23-16. Cooper Rush's third straight win as a starter. Dak Prescott better watch his back, man.
Well, Jerry Jones is the one pimping the quarterback controversy. He wants it. He wants a quarterback controversy.
Yeah.
Like every other team in the league is like, no, we don't want a quarterback controversy. We want, when our starter comes back, he's the starter. This clown down there who hasn't won a Super Bowl since he got rid of Jimmy Johnson, feels like.
Yeah.
Or he fluked into one after, but this is why the
Barry
owner should not be
Switzer.
Barry Switzer. This is why the owner should not be the GM. The owner should be the owner.
Yeah, right.
Like these owners that try to insert themselves everywhere in the organization, always got to talk to the media. You're just ruining that team. Like, God, didn't they just sign Dak to a big contract?
I believe
like
so.
last year, or the year before, or something like that. That's insane that you're gonna pimp out a quarterback controversy.
Yes. While we're in football, Steelers play the Jets this week, of course. The Steelers in the new power rankings, the power rankings, the Jets who were playing this weekend, they're ranked, Mike. They're ranked. Get ready for this.
Okay.
The Jets are ranked 32. The Jets are the 32nd best team in the league. And the Steelers, a bit of an upgrade. They're 25. Steelers are 25 on the power poll.
Right.
The Jets are 32.
Like the Jets have a win and the Raiders don't. So how are they? These power rankings crack me up because they mean nothing. They legit mean nothing. Kind of like the Pro Football Focus rankings for players after every game.
Yeah, right.
Don't mean a damn thing. Like these power rankings don't mean a thing too. But you know what? People love them, man. People love them, and
gives fans something to get excited.
Something to talk about. Stuff. Yeah, I understand. It's what that sounds about right for Pittsburgh because our offense sucks, our defense sucks, and our special teams is good. That's about it. That's all we got going for us.
After 3 weeks, Alex Highsmith has 4.5, and that is in the lead in the NFL, Mike. 4.5 sacks for Alex Highsmith. Do you think that Alex Highsmith, and I think once TJ comes back, I think a lot of things are going to get better on defense. But where do you think? I mean, can Alex Highsmith? I mean, is he on a pace to have, for himself, obviously career season with sacks? But do you see him continuing on this year and basically putting up pretty good numbers? Because you got to think, here in, they say sometime in October, TJ will be back, and we're only days away from October. So in theory, next month we have TJ coming. What's Alex Highsmith? What's he going to do? Is he going to excel, or do you think he's going to flatline?
Well, he in the second game of the year, against the Patriots, he was non-existent.
Yeah,
and in that Cleveland game, he had those sack and a half. He came out of they felt like they came out of nowhere. Those sacks, like it didn't feel like he was getting a ton of pressure throughout the entire game. Because I didn't even realize we got sacks in that game. To be honest with you, so
which we didn't get any in the New England game. We
didn't. No, we had no pass rush in that New England game. So it's hard to tell. Right now he's inconsistent. He had those 3 big sacks in week 1, but that's when TJ was disrupting from the other side, and that's when Cam was actually making plays. Now Watt's not there. He's very inconsistent. He had 3 sacks one game and then averaging 3/4 of a sack the last 2 games.
He's having a good Bud Dupree season.
Yeah. But I felt Dupree was more consistent though, even when TJ was out. I felt he was more consistent.
All right,
those last 2 years. But I understand what you're saying. I understand what a lot of people are saying too. He's in that Bud Dupree role where when TJ's in there, he can beat his man one-on-one. He doesn't have to fight through the double teams. Now he is.
How the hell this guy just blows by everybody? The thing about Watt, not only does he blow by everybody, but let's just say a back picks him up. He just pushes the back right into the quarterback.
Yeah.
In one motion, he blows by everybody. He knocks the back over, and he makes a sack all in one motion. That's when you've got a guy that's special.
Yeah. Very rarely do you see him get beat one-on-one.
Right.
But when he does get beat one-on-one, you still have other people shading towards that way just in case. You still have a back going that way. So he just causes this.
I love freak athletes, man. I love freak athletes. The best.
I love them. It's like you remember watching Javon Curse, the original quote unquote freak.
Yeah.
How he changed the game. It was always fun. Like you said, it's fun to watch those athletes. Speaking
of the freaks, Myles Garrett gets in an auto accident yesterday. He flipped his car multiple times. However, the injuries are not they're not life threatening. Matter of fact, he just got released from the hospital. Yeah. You know what? You don't want to see anybody get hurt. You don't want to see anybody get killed in this manner. Hopes, prayers, all that kind of fun stuff goes out to Myles Garrett.
From what I read, it looked like it was him and another passenger, and there was he swerved to miss an animal or something that I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hit that fucking animal, man.
At that point, yeah. After that, you're like, no, at best, I'll now take my foot off the gas or brake gingerly.
Final football news: Cam Heyward launches Cam's Kindness Week this week. Cam's Kindness Week, doing charitable things for 4 different communities in the Pittsburgh area. Cam, I think that's applaudable, right?
I don't want to make a joke, but I want to make a joke. So
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gonna laugh at anything. For charitable work is great. It's good work. It's something to be proud of, something to hey, Cam, that's good work. But
how about focusing on the work that pays you, Cam?
I was gonna say the charitable kindness. Cam's kindness, he's been giving the offensive lineman some kindness by not playing that hard.
Penguins versus Red Wings tonight at 7:00. Preseason hockey continues. Yes. Mike, 7:00. Penguins and Red Wings. You gonna watch? Oh, you have to work tonight, huh?
I gotta work. I'll be passed out.
I don't need it.
I'll be by 6:00. I'll be passed out.
Yeah. Some basketball news. The USA women's team in the basketball World Cup, they defeat South Korea 145-69. Can you imagine? I didn't see this, and I don't even know if they're on. I'm going to look, but these games between the American girls and South Koreans, I can't imagine that the South Koreans have any tall chicks. I just can't. If they do, I apologize. However, our girls are so freakish and tall and athletic and dunking basketballs and everything else. I find it kind of funny when, you know, they beat a team like South Korea.
You're like, oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think, like, you know, basketball powerhouse in like any men's or women's division coming from South Korea.
No, I can't imagine anything coming
like,
from South
like,
Korea.
you know, more or less, like, you know, like from like Spain, Turkey. Okay, I'd see that'd be a pretty good matchup.
Lithuania does it sometimes.
Yeah, like they have some good teams, but poor South Korea. That's like when you see, you know, the hockey teams or like soccer teams. Like you got like England playing some small ass little European country to qualify for the World Cup. I'm like, no one ever heard of this micronation that's trying to qualify, and you stomp them 10-0 with your 4 stringers. I always feel bad for those teams because they try so hard. And, you know, they take
They do.
You know, they do. I give them all the credit in the world because that was me. I'm like, I'm out, coach.
Yeah.
I pulled something. I tweaked my back. I'm not playing. Give me some of my skill level. I'll play, coach. But so no. I give them all the credit for the world.
James Harden says he's lost 100 pounds this offseason, Mike.
I saw that. He was like, I lost 100 pounds. Tweet that. Like, James, people have been making fun of you.
He wasn't
like
a really big
years.
guy. I mean, where's the hell that 100 pounds coming?
He had like a little beard belly going on. He looked like he had a beard belly going on the past 2 years.
Because these guys, they run constantly. I can't imagine that, you know, you think you would be burning constantly just because you run so much. You're so active. And
well, it was wild when he tweeted that. I was like, oh, it's just wild when I saw that tweet. Like, you're killing me, dude.
I do want to talk about one thing real quick. Falls Fest. Rock Solid Entertainment presents the Beauty and the Beast edition. It's going to be this Friday down at Frank's Original Grill in Beaver Falls at 11117 7th Avenue, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Now, this is going to be a show that's being put on by the guys from former Hit 'em Hard Music, which now they are Rock Solid Entertainment. They it's like I said, it's called the Beauty and the Beast edition. It's hosted by Ms. Blue Diamond and co-hosted by Cigarellos. Again, this is this Friday the 30th. It's from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. It's $10 to get in. Make it down. Check out all this talent, and you don't want to miss 6:30 that day. We will be doing our show live. It's a special episode. We're going to be talking to the guys from Rock Solid Entertainment and getting a little insight, a little pre-show insight from the guys themselves who are putting this together, the guys that are entertaining and so forth. So you're not going to want to miss that Friday. Friday is a special episode. Check that out. Mike.
Hold on real quick. This comment right here is great.
What is it?
James has been eating at strip clubs the past few years, to be fair.
Who has? Oh.
I love our chat. It's great.
Yeah, I love eating at strip clubs even more.
Right? You get that free buffet, man.
I like that the breakfast at cheerleaders. Mike, I got a bone to pick with you.
Uh-oh.
In front of me, I have my list here of our picks from this past weekend.
Yeah.
And it's time to go over them.
All right, let's do a pick 'em recap.
Pick 'em recap.
My kid's excited for pick 'em recap.
So I'm gonna go through. Let's start with the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins. Both Mike and I both picked the Bills to win that game. And of course we know that was the game with the butt punt, all the crazy shit that went down.
Butt punt, baby.
Butt punt. My favorite, that's a pick for my play of the year. My favorite play of the year so far is the butt punt. But the Dolphins in fact did win 21-19. It moves the Dolphins to 3-0, drops the Bills to 2-1, and the Dolphins are first place in that division and are amongst the only 2 teams left that haven't lost a game.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? So Mike and I both lose out on that. Neither one of us get a point. The Bengals and the Jets, Mike and I both took the Bengals over the Jets, and the Bengals came in with 0 wins, handled their business, 27-12, puts the Jets and the Bengals both at 1-2. I chose the Raiders. Mike chose the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Mike wins 24
Yes.
to 22. Both teams were over coming into the game. The Titans were able to string up their first win. They are 1-2, and the Raiders are 0-3.
The Raiders.
The Raiders. Michael chose the Saints. I took the Panthers. I don't know why, but I did. I take the W in that one. Panthers win 22-14. Both teams are 1-2. We both took the Ravens over the Patriots. I don't think there was any doubt there. The 2-1
No.
Ravens win 37-26. Patriots dropped to 1-2, and they are tied for last place in the division. Love it. The Lions and the Vikings. Mike took the Vikings. I took the Lions. I'm never taking the Lions ever again the rest of my life as long as I live. The Vikings beat the Lions. Vikings go to 2-1. Lions are 1-2, and the Vikings win that game 28-24. Mike takes the dub. The other undefeated team in the league, the Philadelphia Eagles, the hated state rival Philadelphia Eagles, they beat the team formerly known as the Redskins 24-8.
Commanders.
And Mike and I both take a dub on that one because the Commanders dropped to 1-2, and again the Eagles are 3-0. Is this an early look at who the Super Bowl is going to be, Mike? The two undefeated teams, the Eagles and the Dolphins.
That would be wild. It'd be cool if
Yeah.
they both can come in like undefeated.
Yeah. I think they
I
dropped
would-
back-to-back Super Bowls in the early 80s. I think the Dolphins lost to San Francisco and the Eagles lost to the Raiders. I believe they were back-to-back years. I'm
Yeah.
not 100% sure. But there you go. Dolphins and Eagles.
Dolphins and Eagles.
The next game is the Colts and the Chiefs, which I think anybody in their right mind would have chose the Chiefs in this game.
Yeah.
Like
I
Mike
know
and
I did.
both did. But the Colts upset of the week, 20-17, beat the Chiefs. That brings the Colts up to 1-1-1 and drops the Chiefs to 2-1.
Who would have thought like the man, my Chiefs, man. They lost me some money right there.
The Bears and Texans, both Mike and I took the Bears. The Bears win by 3 points, 23-20 over the Texans. Texans dropped to 0-2-1. The Bears are 2-1
Like
and tied for first place in the NFC North.
yeah, that's a game that should have went into a tie, or no team should have won that game. They both should have been given a loss. That game was terrible.
Bears had their, I don't know what those were, those kind of throwback helmets on. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what the throwing back to. Kind of looked like the Michigan Wolverine design, just
Yeah, if
blue
those-
and orange. Yeah.
I kind of like those ones. Not gonna lie.
All right. Mike and I both took the Chargers over the Jaguars, which was a big mistake because the Jaguars trounced the Chargers 38-10.
Right? That like I figured like it would be a closer game. The Chargers defense would have held Jags in check, but man, whew.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars is a wild card this year, not in the sense of the playoffs. I see Jacksonville beating teams that they're not supposed to beat.
Yeah.
Something about this team, they could be one of those teams that ruin it for other teams.
Yep.
And that takes Jacksonville to 2-1. Mike and I lose on that while the Chargers drop to 1-2. Mike took the Cards.
I took the Cardinals.
Why the hell did you take the Cardinals?
Because they
Anyway.
had that momentum coming in from the week before, man. I thought they had it.
I took the Rams. Mike took the Cards. The Rams win 20-12, only an 8-point win. Nonetheless, a win is a win is a win. The Rams go to 2-1. The Cards drop to 1-2.
In the chat, saying the Bears are trying to throw it back to when they had a winning season.
You know what? That's all Bears fans will ever talk about for the rest of ever. Is that 85 season?
They have the 85
have nothing
season,
else.
and
Nothing.
then something back in like the 30s and 40s, man. That's all they got.
Yeah. And that one run that Devin Hester had in the Super Bowl against the Colts,
They
that
should've won that one.
return.
They should have won that game.
They could have won that game. Packers and Bucks, Buccaneers and Packers, good game. I took the Packers. Mike took the Bucks. Packers win 14-12. Both teams go to 2-1.
Fuck you, Tom Brady.
Falcons Seahawks. Both me and Mike took the Seahawks. Unfortunately, they lost 27-23. They both dropped to 1-2. The Sunday night game was the Broncos and 49ers, which ended in the 11-10 score, with an 11-10 score, which is only the second time in NFL history that score has ever been recorded, 11-10. The Broncos win over the 49ers. 49ers dropped to 1-2. Broncos are 2-1. And finally, the game last night, we needed this game because we both have different teams. That's why we couldn't tell you our picks yesterday. I chose the Cowboys. Mike chose the Giants, I think because of Barkley, which Barkley had a good game. This kid, the guy could run his ass off.
126 yards total offense.
I tell you what, I like that Daniel Jones, is that his name, that quarterback?
Yep.
He's not overly impressive, but I would take him, considering our situation, I would take him in a minute. The kid is athletic as hell. I seen 3 plays within the same drive where he was able to run 10 yards or more to peel off a first down.
I don't think
I like Daniel Jones. You know what? This kid, he might not be the best ever. He might not be the most sought after quarterback. But like I said, I guess you have to kind of go through what we're going through with our team here in Pittsburgh to really appreciate. But you know what? He's smart. He's a savvy guy, and he can move. They're doing a lot better at the quarterback position than we are.
A lot of it goes with the coordinator. So
absolutely.
Man, I was doing well too, man. Up until we started, from the Jaguars game on, I lost the remaining
half of the games.
I went 6-10 this week.
You did go 6-10
because I
went 9-7, 9-7, 6-10.
I'm 25-24 on the year.
I don't know what I am because remember that one time you forgot to record my picks that one week?
Well, we'll just have to go back and listen to the episode. We'll figure it out. We'll get it all settled out.
I'm probably winning.
Yeah, it's because the only reason you won this week is because you picked opposite. You're like, I'll take opposite. I'll take opposite.
I can't take all the same games as you. That wouldn't be any fun, right?
Yeah, you can.
The top 5 teams, Mike, in this week's Power Pool. Number 1, the Eagles. Number 2, the Dolphins. Yes, you heard that right. Number 3, the Buffalo Bills. Number 4, the Chiefs. 5, the Ravens. Top 5 teams in the NFL. 4 of them are from the AFC. The top team from the NFC, the Eagles. Eagles, Dolphins, Bills, Chiefs, Ravens. There you have it. Top 5 teams in the NFL this week. What do you have to say for yourself about that one, Mike?
It's shocking because normally, we would have you would think it'd be like the Chiefs would be up there, kind of like the Bills, maybe. The Bucks, the Packers, you think would be your top teams.
Wonder when the hell the last time the Dolphins would have ever been in the top 5.
Oh God, like Marino era. Really, that's about it. Like, I'm trying to think when, and that's be. Yeah, it's got to be Marino era.
Let's touch on some big news. Some big news yesterday, Mike. NASA smashes into an asteroid, completing a mission to save a future day. They sent out what is it? A missile, maybe something?
No, it was like a mini satellite type thing, just to see if they
took it to test to see if we could maybe blow up or send on a different path, create some kind of situation just in case one day an asteroid is coming at us and we are in danger. Hopefully they have a blueprint now to maybe be able to, save civilization. So like the math involved to get that to work is insane. Yeah.
It really is, because where you launch it, you have to get it to the day. You have to launch it on certain days, times, and if they're slingshotting around the moon or the sun or using planets to slingshot it around and stuff, you have to calculate all that in. You got to figure too, all the planets are moving. The whole solar system's rotating around the center of the Milky Way. You got to factor all this in. The math is just insane. I love it.
You know what? The brain work, it really is awesome. It's on the total opposite side of the spectrum from me, because in my spare time, I like to go and when we're in the same facility, I like to take your toothbrush and dip it into the toilet and then put it back so you never know. So being NASA, we're on top of some major brain work here.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Jupiter is close
Yes.
was as close as it's been in 59 years. I'm like, Jupiter, did you go out and did you check out Jupiter last night?
Oh, I was sleeping but I caught a bunch of the pictures. Apparently, yeah, like last night you could have, if you had just a decent pair of binoculars, you were able to see Jupiter. You're able to see all the like the rings of Jupiter.
Yeah,
on the planet,
its
of course.
moons.
Yeah. I know Jupiter.
Yeah,
I know
good
Jupiter
stuff.
doesn't have rings around it, but the bands of Jupiter. Let's say it that way.
Right.
You're able to see all that in the giant red spot. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I always knew Jupiter for, was that giant red spot.
Yeah, but now like you can see, like when you look at Jupiter, you can tell like the different. If you look at it, you can see like the layers of like this different storms and the clouds and the gas that makes up. They call them the bands of Jupiter.
Yeah, I love listening to the bands of Jupiter. Putin grants former NSA contractor Edward Snowden Russian citizenship. Mike, Russian citizenship.
Yeah, because that's a country you want to be in right now. where they're taking, like, they're drafting all their men for military age from like 18 to 65. There you go, Snowden.
Yeah,
You can become a citizen so you can be drafted to go into the front lines.
Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be a hoot.
You know what though? His the intelligence that he brings, it's invaluable.
Snowden better strap up. I love it. Oh, my man has me dying in chat today. Oh,
How about, here's one that you might find a little interesting, Mike, and I know some of our guests on our show would like this one. Lego unveils a 6,187 piece Mandalorian. Is that how you pronounce that? Mandalorian?
yeah.
Mandalorian Razor Crest set.
Ooh.
6,187 piece Mandalorian Razor Crest set.
That's insane. That's a lot of pieces.
That is way too many fucking pieces.
I don't even have the patience to build like the ones that are for like 5-year-olds.
The ones that come in the Happy Meal with 6 pieces?
Mm-hmm. I don't have the patience for, yeah. So for like my brother and one of my good friends, they both can build those Legos like nothing, and I can't. It's not for me. I enjoy watching the end product, looking at the end product. I can't sit there and watch people build them.
Yeah, that's what I don't have.
Because I get jealous.
Because
I get jealous because I don't have those. I don't have those skills. I don't have those that patience. Yeah,
I don't enjoy it either. I don't even enjoy trying to have the patience.
Me either. I get frustrated.
No.
But you give me some IKEA furniture, I'll build you some IKEA furniture.
Where is your background anyway?
I didn't put it up. I'm putting it up the hostage room.
What's that?
I have the hostage situation going on again.
I
had it up. I'm like, nah.
I'm waiting for you to tell the person on the other side of the room to move the brick out of the wall so they can take out the next clue. 20-year-old who tracks Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg's private jets say that Facebook took down his page because it violates their policy. Let me read that again. 20-year-old who tracks Musk's and Zuckerberg's private jets say that Facebook took down his page because it violates policy.
Yeah, they don't like this kid. I on and off have been seeing stories about him for the past couple months. Like he'll, Musk be like, oh, we got to do this, got to do that. Too much fossil fuel. So he's like, oh, why did you make a 4-minute flight when you can take it like a 20-minute ride? And you're burning up all this fuel. Yeah, this kid's great. I love him. I don't know if he's also the one who tracked like Taylor Swift and Kylie Jenner and all their short little airplane rides that cost burn up all this fuel and everything. Like you could have hopped on called an Uber and gone. It would have been, more cost efficient for you and, burning less resources. This kid's a hero.
I've seen crack houses that have more decorations than that room that you're in right now.
I don't have any decorations. Okay.
You know what it needs? It needs a punch hole in that wall right behind you.
No.
Something to give it a little bit of a little personality.
Fine then. I'm gonna steal that 2 dumb Yinzer sign and put it back here.
You want that?
No, I was talking about the neon one.
Would you like that?
Sure, I'll like it. I'll put it up back here.
Hotel Monaco named a top place to work in Pittsburgh. Amongst places in Pittsburgh, top places to work, Hotel Monaco, Mike.
Who would have thought?
And it also won other prestigious awards as well. So there you go,
Hey.
Hotel Monaco. Betty White.
Oh, hold on. You don't see that sweet chair, bro? No, you making fun of my chair or his chair?
I love this guy.
I do too. I like my old chair. It feels like I'm on. Feels like a throne for an old villain would sit.
You look like such a comfortable cunt in that chair.
I am. I am so comfortable. Oh.
Betty White memorabilia auction rakes in $4 million, Mike.
Ooh.
The Betty White memorabilia auction. I guess it blew shit out of the water. They weren't even expecting even a fraction of what they made from the memorabilia for Betty White. However, there was things from the show, director's chairs, all kind of things that. Over $4 million.
People loved Betty White. They based their whole personality around Betty White. So it doesn't surprise me that it blew up the way it did.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm not surprised it made $4 million for whatever they sold.
Would you buy? How much would you spend, Mike? How much would you spend on Betty White's merkin? If Betty White had a merkin,
there's no price for Betty White's merkin.
I'd wear it as a mustache. Yeah, I'd have it as a goatee. Her merkin. Yep. Cut a little hole out my mouth.
And it better be one that she wore in the latter years of her life. So that's all I'm saying.
You think she's still shaved down there in her latter years?
Oh, she looked like she would.
In her 90s?
Oh, she did.
Oh.
She was still getting. She was getting gigolos.
Grimes transformation. Grimes, the wife of Elon Musk. Now she went from an emerging singer to a new fairy creature look. She's now living as a fairy creature. My Grimes.
That tracks for Grimes. Very much so tracks. I'm not sure. I'm not surprised. Why? I'm you're telling me the story, and I'm thinking where's
the story?
Where's the curveball? What am I missing here? She's nuts. Or are they still married? I thought they got divorced.
I think they're still together.
Oh, either way,
I'd sniff her merkin. You figure all she's fucking is AIs, so she can't have anything. One more stupid thing I want to talk about before we start wrapping up, Mike. Tell me a little bit about these guys that are running for senator in our state. This John Fetterman and Mehmet Oz.
Well, one of them.
These guys are the two most fucking Looney Tune fucking people I've ever seen in my life. Right and left, Fetterman and Oz. What the fuck? These are the two best people our state has to offer for this race.
I'm not going into politics here because I support one over the other. I'm just going to say, so you have one person in your state that lives in your state, then you have one person who lives out of state running for your senator, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not getting politics, but if you just look at them both, they both look weird.
Fetterman looks like Shrek.
And Oz
And-
looks. I don't know what he looks like. So
Mehmet Oz looks like something out of Mitt Romney's pack, don't he?
Yes, like you know how Mitt said, "Oh, I have a binder full of women." Somehow,
Yeah.
Oz got in there, and he just like, here's one. We can run this one. But yeah, they just going on looks alone. They both look weird. But you don't vote on looks; you vote on policy. And I encourage everyone to do your due diligence and research both candidates, and then vote who you prefer. That's as
There
far
you
as
have it.
politics I will go on the show.
Look like two fine cunts to me. Mike,
I
why
should
don't you
never-
go ahead and tell everybody about the website, sir?
2dumbyensers.com. You head on over there. We have links to everything involving us: Facebook, Twitter, maybe an Instagram. I think Ryan's Instagram's on there. We have linked to the merchandise store, link to YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, all that fun stuff at 2dumbyensers.com.
And there you have it, everybody. Be sure to continue to check us out. We are on Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. every day over on YouTube. And also, if you just want to listen to the show, we do upload the show in the evening time at 8 o'clock over on Spotify. You can just listen to it if you'd like to. So there you go. You have 2 Dumb Yinzers every day of the week. Mike, do you you ready for some trivia, man?
Ready. Let's bring it.
Now, this again, of course, is how well do you know your enemies trivia. We're going to do this all through the football season. Basically, every week when the team that we're playing, for example, this week is the Jets, the trivia question will be pertaining to the Jets. And again, next week, whenever we play, the questions will be pertaining to them. So today, Mike, we do have a Jets question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
And I'm sure you have your pencil handy, so I'm not even going to ask. Okay. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You son of a bitch. You do got a pencil. You cunt.
Cheeky bastard.
Here we go. The most famous quarterback in Jets history, Joe Namath, played for what college? The most famous Jets quarterback in history, Joe Namath, played for what college?
See, this is a trick question because everyone knows that Joe Namath was born a 28-year-old man wearing a mink coat.
All right. Put down your pencils. The question of the day is the most famous quarterback in Jets history, Joe Namath, played for what college? And Mike, of course, that answer is
Notre Dame?
Notre Dame. And is that your final answer?
Sure. That's what I'm going with.
All right. Most famous quarterback in Jets history, Joe Namath, played for what college? Mike says Notre Dame. And that answer is oh, I'm sorry. It is incorrect, Mike. The correct answer to the most famous quarterback in Jets history, Joe Namath, played for what college? He played for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama. Yes.
Wow.
He grew up down over the hill from where I'm sitting right now.
Yeah.
Was a standout player, went to Alabama, and then obviously everybody knows the rest. He goes on to predict the victory of Super Bowl III over the Colts, who were highly favored. And Joe Namath, I'm sorry, goes in there and upsets, not only calls it, but he upsets them, and they become the champions of the NFL. They were the AFL team at the time.
And without that win, man, I don't think the merger would have happened.
Yes. So there you have it. Alabama. He was that guy at that time, my man.
Yeah, I see. I know he didn't go to any of the local schools, so like, all right.
Yeah.
At that time, man, you have like Alabama, Notre Dame, Army, Navy were like the big ones.
Notre Dame wasn't a bad pick.
No,
Joe Montana went to Notre Dame, who also is from the area.
Yeah, I knew that.
From Ringgold. He was Notre Dame. Maybe you got the two confused.
No, I just took a guess. Big school.
I was trying to help you, cunt. All right. Do you have anything before we take off today, Mike?
Oh, no, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for chatting here. I had a blast today.
Yes, thank you so much. And everybody, thank you for tuning in. Please continue to do so. We are on 5 days a week from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And again, in the evening at 8 o'clock, this same show will be uploaded over on Spotify. Go check that out. As for the two dumb yinzers, Ryan, Mike, and the rest of you cunts out there, you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Deuces.